Hello there, Stanley. Sorry I couldn't meet you in the meeting room. I was just getting something ready. So, Stanley, let me ask you something. Do you remember the time we went through those different games? No, not the time we went through Minecraft and Rocket League. No, I'm talking about the time we went through the realm known as VR chat. Remember that, Stanley? Oh, wasn't that such fun? Well, it doesn't really matter, Stanley, what you think, because we're going to do it again. That's right, it's a sequel, and this should quell people who are wanting the Stanley Parable too. No, try not to think about it, Stanley. It's a bunch of things that you could possibly never understand. Well, Stanley, it's either this or we continue going through the office. What's your choice? The office, huh? Well, Stanley, I'm sorry to tell you this, but you're not really the one in control of the story, are you? You're simply just a character that plays in it. So, instead, we're going to VR chat, whether you like it or not. Tell you what, Stanley, I'll let you choose where we go. There, now you see it my way. Well, let's be off. You want to go back there, Stanley? Oh, well, I did say you could choose where you want to go, but I don't see why you would want to go there again. Look, I'm fine with it, Stanley. You just can go through the portal. But warn me when you're going through. I don't want to be told.
Well, here we are, Stanley. I hope you enjoy it. Good idea, the music here isn't really that well. Well, we're here, Stanley, in Undertale. Ugh. This game so devoid of actual story. I don't understand what you see in this place, Stanley. Ugh. Look at all these colorful characters, Stanley. I wouldn't get too close to them, they look pharaoh. Oh, little coffee shop. How quaint, Stanley. I don't think you need to look at the mirror. Stanley! Stealing a cup of coffee without paying. I thought I taught you better. At least you earned that cup of coffee. Alright, Stanley, now that you had some coffee, where now? This place is kind of, well, odd. There's probably things to do, people to see. This could be its own story, Stanley. Well, I don't know about you, Stanley, but I am bored. Whoa, that's a high jump. I didn't know you could jump that high, Stanley. Why didn't you tell me that? If I knew you could jump high, I would have added it to the game.
Gonna make you buy bisexual now.
Well, Stanley, these characters are surely weird. Ooh, Stanley. Is that a theme park? Well, my ears just died. Well, Stanley, we can only assume that it's this large Pikachu. Oh, no, it was something that just spawned in. Must be that thing. My world audio is annoying, isn't it, Stanley? It was that thing, Stanley. That thing caused the world audio. Ugh. World audio. Why can't people just set it to a bubble or whatever? And don't look at me, Stanley. I don't know how models work. I only know how to make a story. Oh, hey, look, there's characters over there on that roof. Come along, Stanley, let's go. Oh, looks like you're being followed, Stanley. Well, go on, don't be rude.
Stanley
Wave
terrible?
to them. Yeah, that's right, Stanley. Be kind to these degenerates. Anyways, let's go see who's on the roof.
Thank God, it's Stanley terrible.
Looks like you were recognized. I guess the game was the best game of the year.
Alright, them boys!
Look at those odd characters. Stanley snuck up to the odd characters, not announcing his presence. Yet somehow they knew he was coming.
Wait, what?
What do you mean, Stanley? They can't hear me.
Oh my god, oh god, it's the Stanley parable!
Hey,
Stanley, that is the biggest cigarette I think I've ever seen. It is also the loudest world audio I think I've ever seen.
Sort of thing for it. Like, I know of a voice changer that actually sounds like what the narrator sounds like.
Oh, well, fuck you too, buddy.
Hold on. Hold on, let me check.
Stanley, these people are mean to me. Like, my voice doesn't need any adjusting, does it, Stanley? Not you too, Stanley. Look, I know it's hard to keep consistencies, but, I mean, my voice doesn't sound that different, does it? I'm still the same old narrator.
Where are you going?
Stanley decided to leave them because they were mean to the narrator, and the narrator's nice. I'm a good person. Oh, what the? Stanley! Alright, I'd stay away from those ventilation shafts. Well, Stanley, you have a lot of fans.
Hold on. Do you have voice mod?
No.
I can't turn into you.
Ah, okay then. That explains it. Because if so, then you could have used the narrator voice changer to make it sound a bit closer.
why though?
Stanley would raise
You
his
had
middle
kept it
finger,
up
except
by
he's
tone
not
for
able
every
to. Instead, I will just say this. Some VR user, I would like to say, personally, fuck you. Alright? Look, I know I've been a bit
No,
damaging
the
to my
is
own
good,
voice,
If you wanted
but
to go
you-
for authenticity, you would probably want to use that.
Look, I'm sorry that I don't sound exactly like I used to. I may have done a few things that have caused my voice to strain. Listen, Stanley, if you're ever in Vegas, whatever you do not go to the bar. It is the worst. And if you do, don't try buy a spirit. That really damaged my voice.
Oh no. Oh god.
Stanley, look out! It's a danger noodle. Oh no, wait, it's just a danger zoodle. Completely different from a danger noodle.
Oh my god, you understand! Finally! Bro! Finally!
Did they crash? Oh no!
Danger Zoodle then crashed hard because of some person's avatar. Stanley walked up and punched Zoodle in the face.
Can I do it for
No,
you?
Stanley, you're supposed to punch them.
Hold on, I'll do it.
Oh wait. Oh, I thought they were moving now.
And that is one ugly skeleton, Stanley thought. I mean, why did they have a crown floating above their head? Stanley then continued to think how dumb their jacket looked. I mean, purple? That is such an old color. And then Stanley was happy that no one else could hear his thoughts.
Hey, Liam.
I'm dead. Back to
Liam. Guess what?
Oh, Stanley, look, it's a Minecraft character, Stanley. I remember that game.
I
I
knew
put
you.
you there once, remember?
That's not the Minecraft. Wait, what? Yes, Roblox.
Oh, Stanley, it's an arcade. Let's go play some video games. Who knows, maybe the Stanley Parable has been ported to arcade.
Hey, there's guns in here, don't you know?
Stanley, ignore them. The guns are not the important part of this story. Stanley, what are you doing? Stanley!
Oh wait, this gun doesn't work. Does this one work? Yeah, this one works.
Well, Stanley, looks like you used up all your tries. Congratulations.
Which I will? Because I will come, huh? I will.
There you go, Stanley.
Oh, Stanley, look, it's a Roblox person. How retarded.
Hey, Stanley, I'm giving Chris a bolt.
I agree.
I mean, I think.
Off big gun.
If you don't know how to do a fair like this, then you're wrong, bro.
Stanley, pay for the coffee. Stolen coffee does not taste good, Stanley. You have to pay for it. That's an odd skeleton, Stanley. Look at it. It's wearing blue. I mean, blue's an okay color, Stanley, but that's a lot of blue. I think that they should wear white, maybe some jeans, you know? Well, of course, it's what you wear. It's your style, Stanley.
Stanley, I have a question.
Ignore them, Stanley.
Does the narrator have a sense of style?
Well, Stanley, I think the people here are very rude. I think it would be suitable for everyone if we just left this place, Stanley. I just don't like it. Let's go to that other world you were talking about. What was it? That one, yes, that one. Well, Stanley, let's go to Well, here we are, Stanley. At the mall, I think. This is a weird mall, Stanley.
This is not the shopping centre.
I'm like,
Right, you're at the wrong
stars
place.
on the floor.
Oh, Natalie!
Oh, it's a museum mall. How interesting. Stanley, do you see that? What is that? In the exhibit. Stanley, get closer to the window. Well, Stanley, I don't know what it is. It's still loading in. It's currently at 30%. Let's leave and come back to it.
I'm very crazy.
Oh, Stanley, look, a guitar. You know, I tried to learn guitar once, but it's very hard to play guitar and tell a story at the same time. This is a very odd museum, Stanley. Or mall. What is this place? Is it some sort of mall museum thing? Very odd. Oh, what's that, Stanley? Captain Foxy's Pirate Adventures. This must be a cartoon show, Stanley. Looks very old. Let's go socialize a bit, Stanley. You know, you can meet a lot of nice people here.
What's your place,
I'll send it to you right away, sir. What?
Are you from Stanley Pineapple?
It crashed and he
Eh.
left. So the server is registering Al as
Okay, I'm starting to think he's deaf.
But the model's not there, so he can't like pull or
Okay,
anything,
maybe
so
he's
like,
also
just regularly
blind.
moving.
I think this guy's dead.
I'm going to
And that means
stop.
he can't like
No, he moved, he moved.
release.
Are you dead?
Alright.
Lads, I'll be right back.
Stanley was confused.
Hello?
Fucking GIF.
Yeah, he's definitely from Stanley Parable.
Oh, they heard of your
that's
game,
from the
Stanley.
Parable.
In a yiff.
I know basically nothing about the game. I just heard it's like a narrator.
Who is this? I played the game, but I only got to like the half of it.
Okay, good for you.
Excuse you.
Oh, Stanley, I don't think people normally float. What an odd display.
Boogity boogity.
Look, Stanley, it's a yellow bear thing. How odd. Well, Stanley, these characters are interesting. Although I will say I don't generally like them. They're a little odd. What's that, Stanley? You want to leave? Well, I'm sorry, Stanley, but we can't leave just yet. Unfortunately, the device now takes a while to charge, due to a thing called plot convenience. I could change that, but Stanley, to finish the story, we need to stay in these locations for at least 14 minutes. Or 10, if you're really getting edgy about it. Just stay another 5 minutes, Stanley. You never know what you're going to find. Oh, Stanley walking into the exhibits like that? How rude. I wouldn't go over there, Stanley. There's a lot of crazy people and copyrighted music. No matter how loud I play my soundtrack, they will still get the video copyright striked.
Yeah. Oh, let's go.
Well, Stanley, they appear to be staring at this wall for no reason.
You fuck.
Oh, Stanley, go to that character. I know who that is. It's from that very popular anime, Stanley. The, My Hero Macadamian. Oh, Stanley, you're in the presence of a true star. Look at him.
Fix the straps.
No. Mother.
This
Crashed.
climb will be the death of me.
Oh, Stanley, look at this little person. What an odd person, Stanley.
No, I'm waving my paper.
I am deaf.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm the clown. So I'm
There's a lot of colorful characters here, Stanley. It's very odd to see, but also very nice. And good for content.
Ah, shit.
That's beautiful.
My word, Stanley. That has got to be the ugliest child I think I've ever seen. Well, it looks like you made them sad. Or I made them sad. Don't really know. It's not like they can hear me.
Fuck you! I can fucking hear you! You bitch! Fuck you! Fuck you!
Stanley, I'm slightly concerned by the current company around us.
Fuck
Yeah,
you!
should be.
What is happening?
Well, Stanley, are you gonna answer them, or are you just gonna stand there?
Bitch.
Yes.
Stanley was just called a bitch. He felt really hurt by this statement.
Game crashes.
Please don't Stanley. Stanley's not doing anything wrong.
My legs! My fucking legs!
Yeah, you deserve that.
Oh
for
god,
insulting
Stanley,
Danny.
their legs are breaking.
Don't take it personally, Stanley. Devin says that to everybody.
What did I just come back to?
Welcome to
Oh,
hell.
look, Stanley, another character with a dolphin mask thing. It looks very odd.
Dolphin.
Dolphins have lots of ears, as we
Fuck
all
you.
know.
Bite me.
Stanley, an orange bear. Look at this. How odd. Hold on, Stanley. Look around for a minute.
Welcome to the pizza
Giant animal creatures
Stanley,
with
fight me.
claws. Killers around every corner. Ghost
Stanley,
children.
You didn't do anything wrong.
Come on, Stanley.
Hey, look at me, look at me.
Excuse me, I tripped.
Is that because we lost silver?
Stanley, I do believe I figured out what is happening here.
Oh, no.
Stanley, you are surrounded by furries. You need to leave this place immediately.
God damn it.
I'm not a furry, you bitch. I will fucking deck you in the face.
Stanley, run! Stanley, run! Stanley then decided to run for his life, being scared of the tiny child that Stanley could obviously punt in the face, but didn't because he's not a fighter. If only Stanley had the comfort of some object that you'd find in a broom closet, but unfortunately that doesn't exist. Stanley ran to the vents, somehow clipping through the top because of, reasons.
Stanley, you're not getting away. You're gonna be stuck here forever, Stanley. Shit.
Well, Stanley, I'm lost. I have no idea where I'm going. Oh, nope, there we go.
I'm gonna fix my fucking leg, but like, cut me out. I'm chasing you down, you bitch.
There.
I don't know.
fucking dolphin.
Well, Stanley was safe up
Do I
here
look like a
from this thing. Stanley, answer him. I mean, it's very odd that that dolphin mask kid is just running after you, Stanley. I feel like you probably did something wrong. Why is everything purple, Stanley? Stanley, what the hell is going on in this furry world?
Oh wait, it's fucking Stanley from the game Stanley Parable.
Oh, looks like he recognizes you. Maybe he just wants an autograph.
Oh.
Well, Stanley, this is boring.
Narrator, you are amazing.
Well, Stanley,
admit.
let's go somewhere different. I don't know. How about...
Hey, Jaden, you should let go or your climbing will break.
I can't send fucking friend requests. It's blocking me from. It's not allowing me to do it.
Aww.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Why is it black? Like, why is it just pitch black?
The dolphin masked child said an extremely racist comment.
Not in that way. Just look at the avatar.
It's purple on PC.
It's purple on PC.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
it's
Stanley,
purple
we
then.
could go here. Yes, this looks like a great place to go, Stanley. Well, Stanley, here we are in this odd room. Why are there bombs everywhere, Stanley? Look, I'm no bomb defusal expert, but I don't think bombs should be here. Oh my god, Stanley, this music is way too loud.
Oh my god. Fucking funny.
Hi.
What's so funny?
Can I laugh? I hope I can laugh. That's not really that
let me
funny.
see the avatar.
I have no
God.
tits. I'm a man.
It's a femboy!
I know,
Actually, no,
because
that-
I've worn that avatar before. I have the avatar from that world.
Stanley, down here. I warn you, do not question what happens here. It's chaos.
Stanley looked at the skeletons of Skeleti. He was very concerned to see a bunch of weird creatures around him. Although I guess they aren't really creatures, are they? They're skeletons. How odd.
Oh my god, it's Stanley! It's Stanley!
I just warn you, buddy.
Stanley Parable!
Oh my god.
That's how I'm like.
Stanley just walks away. He's not... I'm not really sure what we expected, Stanley. I mean, it's a very odd location. Well, Stanley, I don't know who these people are in the picture, but they look dumb. Whoever they are, you should probably avoid them. Well, Stanley, this is an odd array of movie posters. Oh, Stanley, it's that trash goblin I saw on Twitter. He's apparently very famous.
He's that way. In the trash. Where he should be.
Wow, Stanley, breaking and entering, this is so unlike you. Well, Stanley, I don't know what you were expecting to happen. This place is actually kind of boring. And the people here are just weird.
What the fuck is up with that snake?
I mean, look at all those people, Stanley. Those weird-looking individuals. They've probably never seen grass in their entire life. Unlike you, Stanley, you've seen grass.
This was a fusion between Outer and Killer? As a snake?
It's another
Terrible
ship
bullshit,
child.
I hate
It's
it
another
here.
version of their ship child.
And now they're talking about ships, Stanley. What kind of individuals just talk about ships all day?
Everybody loves ship
Personally, I like ships, but only the ones that are made out of wood, you know? Like those wooden ships with sails. You just know that those have stories attached to them.
I don't mind. I think I know a friend that'll like this.
Here you go. Apparently there's a Sally one to this one, but I didn't have it on me.
Holy
my
shit,
God.
man!
Holy
Sorry,
shit.
I've never seen the killer before. Hi! It's so tiny.
Oh, look, Stanley, it's a disgusting bug
I
thing.
hate that. I do that all the time.
I don't know
with
what
my
that is, but
friends.
it's
I
odd.
fucking scream so loud.
It's Aaron.
I think the dust.
The dusk is
I've
funny.
seen the nightmare.
These are odd characters.
And then there's Noot Noot.
You guys are mean.
And then there's
as
horror
like
and
fuck.
dust.
That
I've seen-
shit
I've
right
seen,
there is average size.
Yeah, I've seen those.
They were gonna
The creator's gonna make
kicking out down here.
Reaper and Gino as moths. Oh.
It's a bug.
Yeah,
is
they're
there
trying
a
to. They're
killer?
gonna try to make like all the good Sanses and then the bad Sanses.
Son.
That's
You mean-
funny,
you
funny.
wait. You're technically telling me that I
They're
can
talking
do
about
that, right?
Sanses. Stanley, I'm gonna be honest, Sanses have gotta be the worst character in any video game. If anyone's a good character in Undertale, it would have to be Papyrus. I mean, have you seen him? He's a tall skeleton that gets what he wants. Or at least he tries to. He definitely works hard. Well, Stanley, I have no rightful idea what to do here. It appears that we are sort of at an impasse. Stanley, let's just go to another world. This place is boring. Well, Stanley, that was interesting. And by interesting, I mean it was actually very boring. I have to say, you going to these worlds and talking to people, while fun sometimes, is very boring. We need to find something else to do, Stanley. Something different. Something new. But first, let's grab a drink, alright, Stanley? Maybe it'll let us think better. What the... Stanley? What? Where the... Oh. Son of a